is IBM looking at the use of AI across different verticals?
Sure. If you look at the history of the technology industry, many times, whenever any form of disruption has been introduced, there's always been fear of jobs going away. Look at how the computerization initial phases was reacted to, and the jobs didn't go away, it only created new jobs. We also again believe very, very strongly that AI will not take away jobs, it will create a new set of jobs. Of course, there are things that will get replaced. For example, in the call center industry, we now believe and have proof points that about 80% of the tasks are repetitive and can be done through AI. And so those jobs will have to be reskilled, those people will have to be reskilled, and many other examples. Wherever the human brain is limited by its capacity to process power and the machine can do it better, those jobs will actually be done by machines. So we are very convinced that AI will not take away jobs, but it will create a newer category of jobs.
Could you give us some insight on IBM's recently launched AI platform, Watson?
Watsons are a core AI platform, and it's been applied. What started, Watson being applied for the Jeopardy game show to determine the capabilities of an AI platform, now is being deployed across multiple industries. Take the case of healthcare, the most wonderful example where AI for healthcare, Watson for oncology, has been a great example of learning from the best there is in the world and actually deploying it for use as a assistant to the doctor. I want to be careful. AI is, for us, not replacing the doctor, it is augmenting the doctor's capability to take decisions. The amount of research that gets done on things like cancer, it's impossible for a human being to absorb and process all that data, whereas a machine can support the doctor. It is being very successfully used in many places. In fact, in India, it's being done in 2 places that we are getting the early learnings from as well.
How have you been navigating the slowdown?
This time around, the slowdown is pretty widespread. It is impacting many industries. I just gave an example of this telecom that's getting impacted. There's the auto industry that's getting impacted, financial services getting impacted, and so on and so forth. So it's widespread. I think this is also giving us an opportunity to do things that traditionally in a growth environment we would not have. Things like focusing on our own transformation levers way more than you would do in a growth environment. Looking at costs in a very different way. Again, in a growth environment, you do not look at those capabilities, but we've been effectively able to take cost out from our system very effectively. And the third thing is really looking at reskilling people. In a large organization like ours, skilling people and continuously bringing the new capabilities, I think this is literally forcing us to accelerate that journey. So and also going to customers that we've not gone before. When we were growing, we were pretty much focused at the top of the customer pyramid, but this change that is happening is actually allowing us, forcing us, pushing us to go into customer segments that we've not gone traditionally, and that's giving us results and allowing us to stay afloat.
What are the key trends that are currently playing out in the IT industry?
From a technology standpoint, I would call them 3 trends that are happening in the IT industry, and they're broadly categorized very famously as data, cloud, and AI. Really at the core of the transformation that is happening, what people call as digital transformation, the core is data. The ability of people to now recognize the power of data that is sitting in incumbent organizations and how you can bring it to bear to really drive change in the both internally as well as externally. There is that sort of power that is now being realized. The fact that you have infinite processing power at your beck and call with the use of cloud now allows you to think of being much more bold in terms of your IT business transforming through IT initiatives. And finally, AI on scale. From the very early use cases, it is now developing into scale use cases across sectors. So three trends: cloud, data, cloud, and AI. And my only thing is that every industry, whether you are in IT or in any other industry, every CEO needs to look at innovation on scale in these times, the adoption of these technologies for business outcomes on scale versus looking at pilots.